18 days, 200 kilometers. What will one discover at the World Expo after walking so far? There, what I found were countless memorable experiences and stories full of wonders that textbooks never taught us. Hello, thank you for stopping here. My name is Roku and please call me Roku for short. I'm currently traveling across all 47 prefectures of Japan. However, this Osaka EXPO, which I've been visiting since its opening in April, has been absolutely fascinating. Before I knew it, I had set myself the goal of thoroughly exploring all the international pavilions and ended up visiting 18 times and creating 16 videos about the experience. In this video, with only 10 days left before the expo closes and the total attendance having already surpassed 22 million, I want to create a comprehensive retrospective covering my personal pavilion recommendations, what I discovered from visiting various pavilions, and the voices from international visitors I actually met along the way. In this way, I'd like to conclude this memorable event with a final look back. This expo welcomed participants from an incredible 158 countries and regions from around the world. That's roughly 3/4 of all the world's nations. Each country's pavilion was truly fascinating in its own way, making it no easy task to narrow down my recommendations. I also believe that evaluations can vary greatly depending on your perspective and what you are looking for. So first, I've carefully selected pavilions that I personally consider the best from 10 different viewpoints of these. I hope you will find these recommendations helpful. Also, please note that while I managed to visit all the international pavilions, I wasn't able to see every Japanese pavilion due to the difficulty of securing reservation and gaining entry, so please keep that in mind. Number 1. Hungary, the best pavilion for music lovers. When I think back on this entire expo experience, this is undoubtedly the pavilion where I left most deeply immersed. Under the concept of a bridge from past to future, the striking exterior architecture evokes Hungary's mystical forests. Step inside and you are greeted by artistic glass installations that glow brilliantly in the darkness, capturing the essence of Hungary's beautiful natural landscapes. Beyond these installations lies an immersive theater where you can experience the folk music they've passed down through generations. In the darkness, a single figure illuminated, a Hungarian female singer dressed in radiant traditional costume. The song was "The Spring Wind Brings Water," a traditional folk song that intertwines the arrival of spring with feeling of love. Her crystal clear yet powerful voice resonated through dreamlike space. Through music, that universal language that transcends barriers, I experienced something primitive and authentic that can only be felt as a living, breathing human being. It left an incredibly strong impression on me. This is a real, live experience that's completely different from anything you'd get through smartphones or computers. So I highly recommend experiencing it firsthand on site. Number 2. Canada, the best pavilion for family trip with kids. Nothing in this expo matches this pavilion when it comes to digital, interactive, and fun experiences. The concept is regeneration. The pavilion's exterior represents the natural phenomena of river ice formations found in the country, showcasing the ephemeral beauty of ice sculptures created as frozen river surfaces melt and flow. Once you step inside, you are immediately handed a tablet display. As you venture forward, you encounter the very icebergs depicted on the exterior right before your eyes. When you point your tablet at these installations, various iconic Canadian locations, landscapes, and a glimpse of Canadian daily life come to life for you to enjoy. There are even hidden features. If you discover the right way to scan certain spots, you can spot animals that symbolize Canada. These thoughtful hidden mechanisms, designed to deliver that wow factor to the audience, really showcase the creativity and the playful spirit of the Canadian people to me. I truly believe this provides the best experience for visiting with children and enjoying together as a family. Number 3. Gundam Next Future Pavilion, the best pavilion for Japanese content lovers. Japan means anime, anime means robots, and robots mean, that's right, Gundam. This is undoubtedly one of the pavilions where just seeing the exterior gets your excitement level soaring. After taking commemorative photos with the magnificent Gundam monument standing proudly, it's time to head inside. At the entrance, you are greeted with a fascinating video presenting exploring themes like the social implementation of Gundam-related technologies. For example, how beam saber technology could be applied to agricultural innovations. This was incredibly intriguing. After that, you experienced a simulated journey from the Expo Dream Island base, ascending through a space elevator to reach a space colony. The entertainment experience waiting for you there, where you can immerse yourself in the Gundam universe, is guaranteed to make your heart race with excitement. I want to keep spoilers to a minimum here, so if you are curious to know more, please check out the more detailed video I created specifically about this pavilion. Number 4. Personal Nature Verse and Osaka Healthcare Pavilion, the best pavilions for science lovers. There's a specific reason why I mentioned these two pavilions together. It's because they share a common theme when it comes to the power of science and exploring what it means to live, which aligns perfectly with this expo's theme of designing the future society for lives. These pavilions might be the most thought-provoking of all. Both focus on regenerative medicine, where Japan plays a groundbreaking research role. The exhibitions on iPS cells, for which Kyoto University Professor Emeritus Shinya Yamanaka won the Nobel Prize, are absolutely must-see at both pavilions. The Osaka Healthcare Pavilion, which requires no reservation basically, offers truly outstanding displays showing the process of how Yamanaka discovered these cells that can transform into any cell in the human body, as well as cardiac seeds expected to be used for recovering various human cells in the future. Although what gave me goosebumps was Personal Pavilion's exhibition of iPS hearts created from iPS cells, where characters from Blackjack and Astro Boy, works that legendary Japanese manga creator Osamu Tezuka created with the theme of the dignity of life, appear and provide explanations. It really makes you recognize the future prospects of human medicine and the power of science. Number 5. Spain, the best pavilion for museum lovers. Among the large pavilions with stunning exteriors that serve as expo highlights, I personally felt that Spain Pavilion had the most consistent and unified overall concept, including its exhibition content. The clear concept of sea and sun is expressed through an exterior that represents the dynamism of sun and waves, and interior exhibitions that flow from the sea section expressing how the world connects through ocean currents to sections behind in bright colors like a rising sun. Their expo's original logo expressing the same concept, the uniform worn by Pavilion's staff there, the entire exhibition's embodiment of its concept was truly magnificent. Additionally, the exhibition's consideration for universality was wonderful, including braille displays for visually impaired visitors and parallel text for both adults and children. The crowning touch was the authentic flamenco performance on stage that greets you as you climb the entrance stairs. Absolutely cool and beautiful. Flawless in every aspect, this is a highly polished pavilion reminiscent of Spain's current national football team, which is hailed as one of the greatest of all time. Alright, we are halfway through the recommendations, so let's take a quick break here. While I recommended the Spain Pavilion for those who love art museums and exhibitions, I'm personally very interested in how exhibition and event concepts are expressed through overall structure and design, and Expo Pavilions are truly a treasure trove for enjoying these elements. So while they didn't make it into my top 10 recommendations, I'd like to introduce 5 additional pavilions that I personally love and recommend from this architectural and design perspective. Uzbekistan. Under the concept of Guardian of Knowledge, this pavilion is inspired by the cultural heritage of Khiva, a Silk Road city in the country, specifically the columns of Juma Mosque, and takes its triangular form as a motif of the traditional protective charm called Tumor. Designed by the internationally renowned German design studio called Atelier Bruckner, it was beautifully crafted, with the cedar trees at the top being particularly eye-catching. Inside, you'll find exhibitions showcasing innovative interactive initiatives filled with beautifully restrained digital technology presentations. At the pavilion's center, a moving platform is installed where the floor seamlessly rises, allowing you to experience immersive visuals and providing a smooth introductory experience to the Guardian of Knowledge. True to its name, each cedar tree has an NFC tag attached, introducing the story of each tree and which region of Japan it was transported from, satisfying your thirst for knowledge from a traceability perspective as well. But one minor note, by the way, the speaker that suddenly starts talking in the corridor going down to the first floor was quite startling. But in any case, this could be called the most balanced pavilion, expressing organic qualities in its exterior while making the interior's digital initiatives stand out all the more, and vice versa. Kuwait, the country located on the Persian Gulf coast of Western Asia, is where most of its territory is desert and is one of the world's largest crude oil producers. This pavilion's concept is a visionary lighthouse. The distinctive architecture resembling spread wings represents taking flight toward the future and an open heart welcoming visitors. At night, it lights up to guide visitors like a lighthouse. Inside, the spherical video presentations are eye-catching, with adorable characters providing a friendly and comical introduction to the country that leaves a lasting impression. You are then led to a fusion experience combining digital art and a sandbox. Here, you can have a simulated experience of searching for Kuwait's hidden treasures with kind guidance from the lovely staff member. I managed to find some treasures myself. The stories behind each treasure were fascinating too. The next exhibition features an impressive design of oil valve displays that embody the history of petroleum industry development. The final is absolutely spectacular, a planetarium. I never dreamed that such a planetarium could be created within a single pavilion, and I was overwhelmed by its scale. The dynamic visuals you see while lying on the floor looking up were incredible, and the exhibition flow that impressively concludes by transcending time and space from the country's past to its future development, ultimately encompassing outer space itself, was truly remarkable. Number 3. France. This pavilion themed Hymn to Love. While I personally may not fully understand how completely the concept is embodied, I could definitely feel the depth of French culture and arts. From the theater-inspired entrance, the exhibitions of luxury brands that France proudly boasts, Louis Vuitton and Dior, were rich in elegance and artistry, creating spaces that made you instinctively want to capture them on camera. The strategically placed rodent hand sculptures and the graceful dancing of contemporary dancers filmed at the Pompidou Center also gave glimpses into the country's philosophy of loving artistic culture. Personally, I was drawn to the design aesthetics of the wine-themed spaces. There was also plenty of content, including homage exhibitions showing affinity for Japanese anime culture through Studio Ghibli works, and many displays emphasizing connections with Japanese traditional culture. This was a pavilion where you could fully appreciate the excellent design of individual exhibitions. The only regret was the bakery that was too popular to visit. If you get the chance, you should definitely stop by. Number 4. Colombia. This pavilion was conceived with the concept, the country of beauty, and inspired by 100 Years of Solitude by the country's renowned Nobel Prize-winning author Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a novel with over 50 million copies sold, translated into 45 languages. The exterior features a fuckhead motif of ice that appears in this work. The village of Macondo that appears in this novel is said to be a fiction reflecting Colombia's history, society, and memory, yet apparently depicts utterly real records of the heart. The introduction at the entrance highlighted my interest in this work that I have yet to read, but what I found equally wonderful was how they used butterflies, which represent the richest endemic species among Colombia's proud biodiversity, as exhibition guides. The ceiling and the video presentations create a space where you can observe Colombia's beautiful nature and people's lives while being guided by these beautiful butterflies. Number 5. Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabia Pavilion, designed by world-renowned architect Norman Foster and his firm Foster partners, it's breathtakingly beautiful. The design concept is based on the traditional marketplace called souk, and the maze-like alleys winding between 18 buildings invite visitors to explore an ancient Arabian town. The exterior design incorporates the natural octagonal crack patterns born from dry earth, elevating the wisdom cultivated in the harsh desert environment into modern architecture. The interior exhibitions showcase innovative initiatives that overturn conventional images of desert nations, from introducing the world's largest oasis, Al Arsa, to coral reef restoration projecting using 3D printing technology. Particularly impressive is the Grand Vision video of Riyadh Expo 2030, depicting a future city where sustainability and innovation coexist. The attached cafe offers authentic Saudi coffee and dates, allowing visitors to experience Saudi culture through all 5 senses. This truly represents a gateway to the future, embodying Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 as the country transitions from an oil-dependent economy to one built on culture, tourism, and innovation. Honestly, there are many other pavilions overflowing with wonderful design, but unfortunately time is limited, so let me introduce the remaining 5 of my personal top 10 absolutely recommended pavilions. Number 6. Turkmenistan, the best pavilion for animal lovers. This pavilion's concept is inspiring a better tomorrow, and contrary to this rather ordinary concept, the exterior's impact was honestly overwhelming. Especially this curved display. I had never seen such a large-scale, highly curved display before, and I can imagine this alone required a considerable investment. Inside, from the president's photo greeting you at the first floor entrance, to the brilliant presentations powerfully showcasing the country's glorious history, I felt the power to captivate viewers, but what I couldn't help feel was both charm and boldness in how they heavily promoted horses, which were essential to their cultural development, and Alabai, their national dog breed. To be honest, since there are not actual animals there, I'm not sure how much I can recommend this to animal enthusiasts, but since no other pavilion pushes animals this hard, I definitely want to recommend it. On the second floor, there are exhibitions that give glimpses into people's actual daily lives in the country, from displays of everyday products related to various government ministries to Japanese language textbooks. The merchandise corner features everything from $30 chocolate bars to the third floor space where you can experience the country's unique cafe culture. This pavilion, which shines with outstanding uniqueness in various aspects, left a powerful impression that goes far beyond just the visual impact of its exterior. Number 7. Jordan, the best pavilion for travel lovers. Weaving the Future, an exhibition where you can experience Jordan's magnificent history and culture stretching from ancient times to the future, along with prospects for tomorrow. I didn't know that this exhibition had become reservation only from mid-September, probably due to its overwhelming popularity, and I thought it would be difficult to enter. However, thanks to various posts about the expo I've created and the warm consideration of the Jordanian people there, I was able to experience this exhibition that holds special personal significance for me. The exhibition content itself was truly wonderful. About 22 tons of red sand transported from the Wadi Rum Desert, which has served as a backdrop for Star Wars and various other major films, conveyed the atmosphere of the actual location, making you feel as if you are traveling through Jordan. The beautiful videos weaving together Jordan's history and culture from past to future, and the elaborate exhibitions that take you through various parts of Jordan starting from Shinto gates are truly exciting. I was powerfully reminded that this is not only home to the World Heritage Site of Petra, but also an extremely fascinating place as a turning point in human history, with the Ain Ghazal site in Amman, where humanity's first humanoid statues were discovered, and Natufian culture sites where humanity's first bread was reportedly found. The other great part was spa booth on the second floor. You can actually enjoy an ultimate spa experience while listening to the soothing sounds of Dead Sea waves. It truly provides an experience as if you were actually visited Jordan. The cafe booth is also well equipped. Their official Instagram is incredibly active with constant events, and I can understand why it was ranked in the popular Japanese travel site's pavilion satisfaction ranking. It goes without saying that through this experience, I've definitely put Jordan onto my must visit before I die list. Number 8. Nulu Nulu, the best pavilion for contemporary art lovers. This pavilion stands out uniquely among all pavilions, both in appearance and name. The name Null Null incorporates the Buddhist concept of emptiness and reinterprets null from computer programming, a state without value, as a place where new value can be born, with the squared meaning expressing infinite possibilities. This pavilion, produced by cutting-edge Japanese media artist Yoichi Ochiai, aims to reinvent the concept of mirrors, covered with a special stretchable mirror-like material called mirror membrane. The exterior depicts real-time transformation of surrounding landscapes, as if expressing distortions in space and time. There are two internal experiences. One is an immersive experience of dialoguing with a digital alter ego called Mirrored Body. This is an ambitious attempt to question human existence by conversing with an avatar generated through full 3D scanning of yourself. This was extremely difficult to resolve and I couldn't experience it, but I managed to experience the other installation course. Here, I experienced the installation in a huge mirror room inside, depicting particle-like entities born from pure digital signals seemingly beginning to gain consciousness in dissonance, constantly transforming the scene as if digital creations were creating distortions in human living space, felt like a warning bell for our future, prompting deep insights about human-AI coexistence in the digital age and simultaneously questioning what human existence truly means. Number 9. Commons, the best pavilion for human science lovers. When talking about pavilions, myself included, we tend to focus on the large, flashy pavilions, but I want to emphasize that one of the Expo's greatest attractions is actually these commons pavilions. Here, countries collaborate on global challenges and aim to create a sustainable future together while respecting each other's cultures and values, and the theme of common ground where they share solutions. About 90 countries participate as joint pavilions, and the appeal is that you can compactly tour diverse countries' exhibitions all at once. Each commons pavilion brings together 10-20 countries, and all 4 pavilions, A, B, C, and D, have many participating countries with plenty to see. Pavilion F has only 3 countries, Kazakhstan, Armenia, and Brunei, but their content is also pretty interesting. While they may not have the flashy scale of large or medium-sized pavilions, they offer closer conversations with guides and a more homey atmosphere, providing opportunities to learn about different countries' cultures and histories. I definitely recommend visiting if you have time. Number 10. Italy, the best pavilion for classical art lovers. When it comes to the pavilion where you feel art the most, I have to mention Italy Pavilion. Their theme is literary, art regenerates life, and true to telling the story of Italy as a land and a brand created by art, they brought national treasure level cultural heritages to Japan that is said to be difficult to see even within Italy itself. There are various art pieces, including the Farnese Atlas, made from 1900-year-old marble, Caravaggio's Nativity, and Leonardo da Vinci's handwritten Atlantic Code, among many others. Of course, the time you can view them directly is limited, especially the real handwritten of Leonardo da Vinci, but the fact that I saw what historical figures actually created with my own eyes gave me a sense of a grandeur of romance and artistic narrative, as if I had intersected with humanity's great history. They also put great effort into exhibitions that introduce 18 out of 20 regions in the country, changing weekly. There's also an intention to promote tourism to other cities beyond the major cities like Rome, Milan, and Venice, which face over-tourism challenges like Japan do. In every aspect, Italy's cultural power and their commitment to diplomacy, I felt the underlying strength of Italy as a nation, and I love Italy, by the way. So, how did you find these recommended pavilions? So far, I've been introducing my own recommendations based on my personal experiences, but I was personally curious about how people from overseas were experiencing the expo, so I decided to try conducting some interviews. Can I ask your name?
It's Ron Wigginton.
Okay, where are you from?
We're from California, but also Seattle area.
I see. What's the motivation to come to visit the expo this time?
Well, we have other reasons to come, but it's coincidental. But we look forward to it, and I really like this circle, this wooden circle.
I see.
Yeah, architecture is why we came.
I see. Which part of Expo do you like so far?
Well, we liked France
France one?
and China.
I see. I heard that you've been to the last one in Japan? 1979?
1970, Osaka.
Wow.
Different location, but close.
Yeah.
Close. I'm going back in 2 days to see the original.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see. Compared to that, how do you like this time?
It's totally different.
Totally different.
I do like it. The other one was much smaller,
I see.
but it was very impressive, and it was very much art related.
I see.
Instead of technology, it was art.
I see. Oh, great. Thank you so much. And then, do you recommend this expo to other people?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay,
It's
thank you so much.
very wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ron, okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. That's your name?
Richard Nielsen,
Nielsen. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Norway.
Norway. Oh, good. How are you enjoying this expo?
Well, it's quite a lot. I didn't quite understand what I'm going through really, because I was more expecting maybe like stands and presentation, but it's more like movies or visualization. So, but it's quite nice, and it's like. You get like peace and harmony and emotions from watching the movies, and like from what's coming in the future and what people want to make the future better. So it's really a nice exhibition.
I see. How many have you been enjoying pavilions?
Yeah, so I've been to like maybe 10 or 12 now.
10 or 12, wow.
Yeah, so just quick journey by. So,
I see.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Have you found?
Well, the favorite was maybe the AI one. It was a very visualization and it was like also like they had like they wanted to do things better for the future, and I almost got emotional.
Really?
Yeah, because it was really good made. So.
Is there anything that you didn't like about the expo so far?
I think the website is a bit complicated because when you're going to trying to order like a time slot, it's like you have to go into a lot of pages before you get to decide the page. So the webmaster should have been done a better job there. So, but it's okay.
Great. Other than pavilions, have you found anything specific that you like?
I think I like the harmony of the place also, and the people. Even if there are many thousands of people here, it's not crowded, and it's like made so you relax, you don't stress. So with the music and a good space, so it's it's like a walk in the park, really. Yeah.
Really nice. Would you recommend this to other people?
Yeah, sure. It's a lot of new things to enjoy, and also a bit of what's coming to the future.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Can I ask your name?
Sami,
Sami.
yes,
Where are you from?
I'm from France.
How are you enjoying this expo?
For now, I cannot say because it's only been like half an hour.
I see.
We just went. Yeah, we just went to 2 different pavilions.
I see.
But the mood is actually really interesting.
I see.
It's funny to see people from all over the world. Looks like Olympic Games, kind of.
I see.
Yeah.
Which ones have you been to? Like,
France and Vietnam.
did you
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah, quite. It was interesting.
I see. Do you recommend this event to other people?
I would.
I see.
Of course I would. History fact, my father, he was part of...
He doesn't
C'est pour une vidéo pour YouTube, ça te gêne pas d'être filmé?
Non, ça ne vient pas.
Viens.
Madame.
He was part in France, en quelle année?
Qui?
L'exposition universelle quand t'étais petit.
Ah, pour moi?
Ouais.
Ah, mais je n'ai pas assisté à une
Tu n'as pas
telle,
participé?
Non. Non, c'était,
Ok.
j'étais très jeune.
Oui, t'étais jeune, t'as participé à l'exposition universelle.
Oui, mais j'étais petit.
Mais tu t'as participé ou t'as
J'avais
visité?
14 ans ou 15 ans.
Ok, so he was part of the French Universal Exposition in 1950 and such.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes. As a kid.
Oh, I see.
He was like presenting stuff as a kid there.
Oh, that's
So that's his second one in his life.
I see. Oh, that's amazing.
Arigato gozaimashita.
Thank you.
Merci
Thank you very
beaucoup.
much.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
なんか良かったとかどこですか？
勉強できるし楽しかった。
どのパビリオンに行きました？
アメリカ、
アメリカ。
フランス、
中国
韓国、ベトナム、
すごいめっちゃ言ってる。
オーストラリア。
オーストラリア。
入ったやん。
なるほど。ありがとうございます。
シンガポールもね。
シンガポール。めっちゃ行ってますね。
はい。
朝何時から来たんですか？結構早く。
朝は5時半ぐらい起きました。私の家はここまで2時間ぐらいかかるから、めっちゃ大変。
すごい。ありがとうございます。めちゃめちゃ。Can I ask your name?
Muhammad
Mohammed. Okay, where are you from?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been to the pavilion in your country?
Not yet.
Not
It's
yet.
so much crowded.
I see. I think it is common D. Oh yeah. I've been there. So how many days are you staying in Osaka?
We just live in Japan and.
You live in here?
Yeah.
I see.
Nishio, Aichi.
Oh, Aichi. Okay. Oh, so you came here for Expo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many days in Expo?
Maybe one more day.
1 more days?
Yeah.
Oh, so how was today?
It was so hot in the morning and then so much crowd. So very difficult.
Okay.
You didn't know that today is the
Yeah.
A holiday.
You know that the
I
day
see.
is public
I
holiday.
see. Yeah.
Red calendar,
Yeah.
so
It's a day for respecting the people.
Yeah.
Older
We
people.
hope so. Tomorrow is not that much crowd,
I
so
don't-
we can have it.
I see. How many pavilions have you been to? How many pavilions have you been
no
to?
one, no.
We just go in one pavilion.
Oh, one
that is
pavilion.
Kuwait, and
Wait, okay.
We just eat there and roaming around.
Okay.
We saw all the pavilions from outside.
From outside, I see.
Yeah.
I see. How are you enjoying for now here?
It's good, but a bit difficult with the kids.
Yeah. You have to make a reservation in a different line, right, with your kids.
Yeah.
I see.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Can I ask your names?
Natalie,
Natalie.
Sebastian.
Sebastian, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Oh, wow. How have you been enjoying?
Very good, but it's very crowded.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Have you been to any pavilions?
Yes, we went to the women's pavilion.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That was my favorite.
And, what was it? The Philippines,
Philippines.
the UAE,
Mm.
France.
So 4?
That's it.
Okay. Oh, so you started exploring from the morning?
Yes,
Okay.
10 a.m.
Wow. Will you be coming here tomorrow as well?
That's the plan. We have tickets, but we're very tired. We'll see tomorrow.
Okay. What do you like the most about the expo so far?
I think it's the ring. It's integrating all the pavilions. It doesn't feel isolated. It's like a oneness of all.
I see.
It's like a lot of unity to the idea and the concept.
Yeah. I see. How
Same, I love the architecture.
Oh, okay.
And how it's integrated with the landscape.
Oh, nice. I see. Cool. Is there anything that you didn't like about the expo?
That
I
is
think
very
there's
crowded.
a lot of people, so you don't get to see many pavilions as you wish.
Okay. I
That's
see.
difficult.
Okay. Thank you so much.
名前はカイトです。
はい。
カイト。はい。
表記表です。
出身はどちらですか？
中国です。
パビリオンは行けました？
いや、人数結構多いんで、まあちょっとどこか中国館とアラビア、そう結構時間かかったんで、3時間くらい。
3時間。
そう。
中国館はどれくらい？
中国館も3時間くらいですね。もう昼間12時ぐらいで一番暑い時。めっちゃひどかったわ。
アラビア館どれだろう？サウジアラビア？
アラブ首長国。
はい。UAE アラブ首長国。
言うね。
どうでした？中国館どうでした？
まあ中国館はまあいい感じでした。いい感じでした。ちょっと一周回ってもそうすぐ出てきて。
万博自体はどうですか？どう思いますか？
正直で何が予約も取れなかったから、まあ直前で並んでちょっとしんどいかなと思ってまあいい感じなんですけど、
楽しめましたか？
そんな感じはなかったんですけど、素晴らしかった。もうそうやな。
どこが微妙でした？
まあ人多いだけ。多分今日は祝日だから、まあ人数多いかな。まあ今度もう一回来るから、もう平日で一回来てみる。
中国でこの万博は知ってる人います？
現地の人？まあ知ってますね。まあ旅行者も日本来て、もう万博来て。
beautiful 建物 beautiful。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。キヨさんはありがとうございます。Can I ask your name?
Sebastian,
Paola.
Okay, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
from Colombia.
Colombia.
Hi.
How many days for the expo?
2 days.
2 days.
Yes.
Did you feel it's enough?
Honestly, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
There are too many countries, too many pavilions to see.
Is this first day or second day?
First day. Tomorrow the second day.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. How many pavilions have you been to?
How many?
We started with Switzerland, then we went to Colombia, then we went to the Red Cross Movement Museum, very good one. And then we went to
Azerbaijan, Thailand, Spain. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. I mean, and the nice thing is many of them didn't require any reservation, so that was good. Yeah.
but tomorrow we are going to reserve.
Tomorrow we have to reserve. Yes.
Reserve?
For like France and the big one, Japan, United States. I think the
What's your favorite one so far?
The closing was very
the
spectacular.
the closing the drone show very nice. But also Switzerland, very nice. Go to Switzerland. Vive la Suisse.
And Lechona from Colombia.
And to eat lechona from Colombia, very good. Yes.
Okay.
And the Red Cross Movement Museum.
Red Cross Movement? I see.
Yeah, very nice.
That's it. What do you like about the expo the most?
The creativity of the architecture, I think that's very nice. Yeah. Like the structures, I don't know for you.
Like today felt quite special. We haven't been in an event that was so big, like with so many people, and I felt nice today too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone who cooperated with the interviews. It's very interesting how voices from various countries differ, and I'm personally happy to see everyone enjoying the expo in their own ways. Honestly, I was rejected several times and nearly became discouraged, but I'm truly glad I tried conducting these interviews. On the other hand, what everyone didn't like about the expo was the long lines. Waiting outside for a long time in the crazy heat is really painful, but there was a pavilion that had an interesting initiative to make such waiting times rather enjoyable. Have you seen these videos? These are the videos from the Indonesia Pavilion. They are humming a comical chant in Japanese that means "we don't need reservation." These videos went viral on social media and was even featured on Japanese television. My experience at the Indonesia Pavilion was also very impressive. Just before the expo closed, after seeing the Italy Pavilion last, and with my smartphone battery almost dead, the staff members lined up in front of the pavilion to warmly welcome visitors, and I was swept by their enthusiasm to visit briefly and enjoy the experience. What's interesting is that, although they didn't understand Japanese, they created this Japanese chant using ChatGPT, which resulted in 5 times more visitors to the Indonesia Pavilion compared to before. Incidentally, the following month after the video went viral, high housing allowances for politicians triggered a nationwide protest in Indonesia, primarily led by young people. I can't help but feel the power of the country's youth in these aspects, and of course, I really liked their charming yet humorous approach here. I'm sure it gave you a good vibes here as well. Okay, let's move on. As I touched on at the end of my recommendations earlier, I can't help but emphasize the charm of the Commons Pavilions, which, while small in scale, allow you to experience diverse countries all at once. Otherwise, I wouldn't have created 6 separate videos just about the Commons. While creating large-scale pavilions requires enormous budgets, here you can learn about each country's rich culture and history without such flashiness. So, I'd like to share 3 pavilions I particularly recommend from the Commons. Number 1. Mongolia. The Mongol Empire once controlled the world's largest territory. This exhibition allows you to feel the history and source of that empire's glory throughout. What was particularly impressive was the display about the Mongol Empire's diplomatic strategy and multilingual policies. To communicate with conquered nations, Genghis Khan apparently utilized each country's languages and script and tolerated the cultures and the religions of the regions he governed. But when I looked at the content of the letters on display, it read, "Whoever receives it, be feared and obey all." So I thought this was less communication and more like a surrender order. Perhaps this top-down attitude was the source of becoming the largest empire, maybe? The display of the empire's horse system called Yam, worked at the world's first postal system, was also a highlight. The high-speed transmission system using horses and the network of stations established throughout various locations were key to efficiently governing the empire's vast territory. The exhibition of the Mongol Empire's unique currency system was also fascinating, displaying passage certificates called gereg. This was a valuable opportunity to realize how these innovative systems supported what was then the world's largest empire. The second, Pakistan. Due to crustal movements 40-50 million years ago, salt layers were pushed up to the surface, forming Pakistan's magnificent salt range extending 300 kilometers. Beyond the impactful copper-colored panel entrance, you were greeted by lyrics about salt sung by the country's poets, leading to an interesting exhibition corner with salt rock cut from the actual site. You can actually touch these salt rock and enjoy taking photos sitting at illuminated salt tables lit from below. As expressed in the local poet's verse, "I am salt, pink salt is my fragrance." This is a precious space where you can experience the very earth of Pakistan itself. The interactive guide monitor expressing salt being sprinkled is masterful, like a pinch and a touch of salt itself. The displays of copper products, crafts using natural stones, and lamps made only from naturally deceased camel skin are all fascinating, symbolizing abundant mineral resources and consideration for sustainable resource utilization. Despite its compact scale, it's popular enough to create waiting lines. This exhibition brilliantly condensed and showcased the underlying strength of Pakistan, growing nation with over 200 million people, largely consisting of the young, like these small salt crystals. Third, Ukraine. Even in the midst of war, never selling out one's values and dignity, Ukraine Pavilion transmitted unwavering conviction to the world under the concept "not for sale." Using dedicated devices, you can scan barcodes on products dyed in blue, one of the country's colors, to watch videos reflecting real voices from the ground, children continuing their studies in subway stations, people who continue to love music even amid war, and citizens trying to protect vulnerable beings, including animals. These are conveyed as the reality happening right there and then. Human rights, children's rights, humanity. No matter how much the country is shaken, it tells the story of a resilient spirit that won't let go of basic human values. Symbols showing solidarity from countries around the world are also displayed, including violins symbolizing support from Japanese musicians and other proofs of international bonds, not just fun, but providing an opportunity to face the reality of war behind the peaceful expo venue. This truly embodies the expo's original mission of international understanding. I have endless gratitude and respect for the Ukrainian people who came to this land and shared their values even in such national crisis. Well, I've introduced 3 carefully selected pavilions from over 90 Commons pavilions, but this time I'd like to share the interesting histories of the world which I realized by visiting the Commons pavilions, as well as the unique initiatives and the perspectives that each of these diverse countries possess. Do you know who the wealthiest person in the world history was before Elon Musk appeared? It's said that for 700 years, that position was held by Mansa Musa of the 14th century West African Mali Empire. His total assets are estimated to be worth $400 billion in today's value, and when he made his pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, the amount of gold he carried was so enormous that it disrupted the economies of countries along the route. The concept of wealth that modern capitalism pursues was already embodied by a Malian king 700 years ago, but does wealth truly make people happy? While touring the Commons pavilions, I found myself confronting the contradictions of human history history, resources, and happiness, development, and destruction. What was particularly striking in the African exhibitions was the existence of nations that split despite sharing the same ethnic names: the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo, Sudan and the South Sudan. These are not merely geographical divisions, but tell the tragic history of splits born from colonial rule and the conflicts over resources, just as the movie Blood Diamond in 2006 depicted how beautiful diamonds brought bloodshed and violence. Africa's abundant resources have always been a source of conflict. Congo's culture, Sapo, was an authentic born from rebellion against that dark history. People whose cultural pride was stripped away by colonial rule, expressing a philosophy of peace and non-violence through elegant dress. This was quiet resistance to human dignity. Meanwhile, Benin proudly displayed the history of Amazones. Female warriors from the Dahomey Kingdom era, they were the real warrior group that also became the model for the female warriors in the movie Black Panther. And remarkably, in the portrait of a female warrior celebrated as a national hero at the Haiti Pavilion, I couldn't help but feel the spirit of Dahomey Kingdom's Amazones. This is because many people from Benin and other West African regions were forcibly transported as slaves to Haiti, which had been a French colony since the 17th century, and the Vodun faith they brought merged with Catholicism to become Haiti's voodoo religion. I was struck by the thought that not only culture but also the brave spirit of female warriors had been passed down across the Atlantic. Looking at exhibitions from countries like Guyana, where indigenous African, Indian, and European people coexist as a multi-ethnic nation, you can really feel the complex cultural crossroads brought about by humanity's intercontinental movements. Racial and ethnic diversity is both a product of tragic history and simultaneously a source of rich cultural fusion. However, humanity's story surrounding resources doesn't stop with Africa. The small Pacific island nation of Nauru was also a country tormented by the resource curse. Blessed with valuable phosphate or resources, Nauru once became one of the world's wealthiest nations. But ironically, it became so wealthy that citizens stopped working and the economy collapsed along with resource depletion. When you consider Japan's industriousness despite scarce resources, it really drives home the dangers of being too wealthy, and its Tuvalu, floating in the same Pacific, that faces the most serious impact of environmental destruction and global warming caused by resource development worldwide. In 2021, at the UN Climate Conference COP26, Tuvalu's foreign minister Simon Kofi made a powerful and shocking appeal to the world. For them, facing the crisis of losing their territory due to rising sea levels, climate change caused by oil drilling and deforestation on distant continent is literally a matter of survival. However, innovative initiatives are also emerging to confront the disparate reality of environmental destruction. The small Caribbean nation of Belize made use of a mechanism known as the Blue Bond. A Blue Bond is a special type of bond issued to raise funds for marine conservation. Belize had long struggled under heavy, high-interest debt, but by leveraging the world's second-largest marine resources and working with environmental organizations and international institutions, it was able to retire its costly debt while issuing lower-interest blue bonds. As a result, the country reduced its debt by 12% of GDP and is expected to save over $200 million over the next 20 years. The savings will provide about $4.2 million each year for marine conservation, while a guarantee from the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation (DFC) has lowered the investor risk, providing the viability of a sustainable financial model for developing nations. It is precisely the agility and innovation of a small country that has offered a new solution to global challenges. Environmental destruction is caused not only by resource development but also by humanity's most foolish creation, nuclear weapons. The Marshall Islands were contaminated by radiation from 67 nuclear tests conducted by USA. Godzilla, a globally beloved Japanese entertainment IP, that even won an Academy Award, was actually created in 1954 following the Daigo Fukuryumaru incident, where the crew was exposed to radiation at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. Born from fear of nuclear development and wishes for peace, it's also a warning bell about humanity's destructive power. Bhutan presented a major question to such modern civilization. It proposed the revolutionary concept of gross national happiness, prioritizing citizens' happiness over economic growth, and works on environmental protection as the world's first carbon-negative country. It's a quiet yet powerful antithesis to the conflicts and environmental destruction brought about by capital competition. Jose Mujica, who served as president of Uruguay in South America during the 2010s, was another figure who questioned our modern society's relentless pursuit of wealth and desire, including environmental destruction. He refused to use the presidential luxury vehicle, instead driving his own used car from his rural home to work every day. He donated most of his salary to foundations, living on just over $1,000 a month. This earned him the title, the world's poorest president. However, what truly made him famous was his speech at a 2010 International Conference on Sustainable Society. While quoting ancient philosophers like Seneca, he said, "The poor are not those who have little, but those who need infinitely more and more and more. What matters most is our way of thinking." His extraordinarily modest lifestyle went beyond mere persuasion. It seems to offer us an opportunity to fundamentally reconsider how we as humanity should move toward the future. So indeed, the Commons Pavilions at the Expo were not simply country introductions. They were a grand anthropological museum that posed fundamental questions about the light and the shadow of human history, resources, and happiness, development, and sustainability, reminding us once again that while the world exists as individual nations like dots, they are deeply connected in various ways at profound levels. Now, as I mentioned earlier regarding tragic events like Daigo Fukuryumaru incident with the Marshall Islands, I discussed some sad past connections with Japan, but such relationships are not only tragic ones. When you tour the Expo Pavilions, you can also encounter beautiful stories of friendship with Japan that have been nurtured across the ages. I'd like to introduce 3 episodes here. 1. Turkey. This ship displayed at the Turkey Pavilion is called Etoile. I felt that few people stopped to read the explanation, but there was very meaningful content for both Japan and Turkey introduced there. In 1890, the Ottoman Empire warship Etoile was wrecked by a typhoon off Kushimoto, Wakayama Prefecture, and over 500 crew members lost their lives. However, this event where Japanese fishermen rescued 69 lives became engraved in Turkish textbook and became the origin point of friendship between the two countries. Time passed, and about 100 years later, in 1985, the Iran-Iraq War broke out. With time running out for evacuation, some Japanese were still left behind locally. Just when Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs thought there was nothing they could do, Turkey dispatched a rescue plane to save the Japanese people stranded there. Even in a situation where being just a few hours late could have made their own aircraft a target for shooting, the Turkish people served us without forgetting the debt of gratitude from 100 years ago. This story continues to be passed down as a beautiful tale even today. Spain. A similar friendship born from maritime rescue also developed with Spain across the Pacific. This exhibition displayed at Spain Pavilion shows people living in Spain with the name Japón, and yes, it means Japan in Spanish. Why such name? Going back to the 17th century, the Spanish ship San Francisco was wrecked off the coast of Chiba Prefecture. Here, too, Japanese people played an active role in the rescue, and this maritime rescue became the starting point of exchanges between both countries. Sendai Domain Road, Date Masamune, dispatched the Keicho embassy crossing the Pacific on their own power, and Hasekura Tsunenaga set foot on Spanish soil after traveling so far. He became an official envoy from a non-Western nation who had audiences with both the Spanish king and the Pope. Extremely unusual in the early 17th century world. The town called Correa del Rio, where the embassy stayed, warmly welcomed them. It's said that several members of the embassy remained without returning home, and 400 years later, about 700 people with the surname Japón, meaning Japan, still live there today. I think it's a truly miraculous story of friendship where bonds from rescue across the seas have been passed down through bloodlines to the present day. Third, North Macedonia. Such historical friendly relations have also been inherited in the form of disaster reconstruction support. Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. I didn't know about this city until I saw the exhibition, but what caught my eye was Kenzo Tange, a globally renowned Japanese architect. Why? I wondered. But actually, in 1963, this area suffered a devastating damage from a major earthquake, and Tange contributed to its reconstruction, designing the city's master plan and laying the foundation for the current capital. This achievement became a symbol of friendly relations between both countries and continues to be passed down as a story of how a small Balkan Peninsula nation and the Far Eastern island country connected hearts through architecture. These stories show that human history has been shaped not only by conflict, but also by cooperation and gratitude. The Expo Pavilions reminded me that beyond their economic impact, they are precious places where we can see the beauty of human connections and the cultural ties. Hey guys, so thank you so much for watching to the end of this video, which is pretty much about summary or wrap up of my exploration of this expo. By the way, this is my second time to come up to the highest part of this grand roof, having these pavilions on my back. So it's been about a half a year since I started exploring this expo, and I never imagined that it would take this long to complete exploring all the international pavilions, but no regret. The world is still huge and then there's so much to learn still, and then I've actually learned a lot about the different countries and the histories. So again, I really appreciate all those who have contributed to this event to happen, including all those creators who made these great pavilions, and then also performers who have done many great performances, or the people who introduced their cultures and country in here. So and then also I really appreciate all the meetings that I had in here. I've met many nice people from different countries. I really appreciate that. But there has been a lot going on in the world these days, which seems to be dividing us apart. But no matter what, I think we need to unite as we share only one planet. So, which sounds cliche, but that's kind of like the message that I want to stress by exploring all the international pavilions here, and then also these videos. So I hope you enjoy these videos and then also share the same value on the point of the. Okay, so from the next video I will start exploring Osaka again, and then sharing several interesting places and things to do in here, and then after that I will go back to Hyogo once again, then explore there, then go down to south of Japan, which eventually I will be visiting all the 47 prefectures. So I hope you're gonna enjoy that as well. So thank you so much for watching this, and then alright, see you next time. Bye bye. 屋根の下たがう色彩島を染め一つの星に生巡らせん屋根の下たがう色彩島を染め一つの星に生巡らせん Under one roof diverse hues paint the island on our one planet life surge onward Under one roof, diverse hues paint the island. On our one planet, life surge onward. Please let me know how you thought about the video, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and families.